the best book, hands down, I've ever read is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And it's crazy how I just came across that book. I just came across it from so many different sources. At first, I thought it was a procrastination time management book. I was like, I don't want to read another procrastination time management book. I had read about 10, and I was like, I don't really need to read any more of that. And it was called The Power of Now. So I was like, man, I just didn't feel like I wanted to read it. But it was just coming in from so many sources. All the books were telling me to read it, and people I knew were telling me to read it. I would see it on the news and TV and social media, and I was like, okay, all right, I'll read the damn book. And I'm very glad I read the book, man. It was an incredible book, man. I recommend it to anybody, man. I remember there was just some big points. I actually gave my copy away to a friend. I was like, why the hell did I do that? I should have just given my friend another copy, but I gave him my copy. It was all highlighted up. So I got to get that back from the friend. But man, I remember just, like I said, I was highlighting it up. It's all like highlighted and marked up just because there were so many insights. And man, it's been a while since I revisited that book, but I really do need to revisit it. I remember it said, everything in the world can only satisfy you temporarily and superficially. And that hit me pretty hard. Because I was like, wow, I was trying to get highs at the time, I remember. I was trying to get highs from food or video games or TV or just anything to escape, I guess, from reality or fill some void. And, just to learn that everything in the world, anything in the world, can only satisfy you temporarily and superficially. And, I couldn't disagree. I was like, damn, that's the right answer. And another thing is that when he would answer these questions in this question and answer format, because most of the book is question and answer format, I felt there's something in me that felt like the answers were right, like they were just correct. And I hadn't really got that type of feeling from many other authors. And even when I see his YouTube videos, the same thing happens. Like I'm feeling like, dang, on some deep level, I'm feeling like that's right, like that's the right answer. And answers just felt so right. Maybe because he somehow presents spirituality in almost a left brain way of thinking, like a logical way of thinking. But yeah, I really enjoyed that book, man. It was crazy. Another thing it really taught me was that I wasn't spending that much time in the present. My whole thought process was either in the future or the past, but it wasn't in the present, man. My mind was not shut off. So, it really enforced and deepened, meditation. That's when I think I first was introduced to meditation. And that was tremendous because it almost, to me, was like turning like a wild faucet off. Like if the faucet is just like everything is flooding and it's just the faucet is on high and it's just the water is coming out fast and hard, and there's water everywhere. It's splashing, it's flooding in the sink and it's overflowing. And meditation to me was like turning that faucet off and cleaning up the mess that was made before you turn the faucet off. That's how it felt to me. It was, I remember it dealing with past emotions and future emotions. Past emotions like regret and resentment, and future emotions like fear and anxiety, and those are thoughts of the future. And the more you continue to think those thoughts, the more you create them in your present, and you just keep creating and creating. You're in creation in the present. You're just creating. And that was a big realization to me, man. I was like, wow, I do a lot of, I do a lot of thinking about the past and a lot of thinking about the future, but no no awareness in the present. And I didn't really even understand the present existed before I read that book. Now, man, ever since I saw that book really like get popular, now I'm hearing a lot of people talk about the present. And people have been talking about the present for centuries. Centuries and, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But I don't know, I feel like it just really got very, very popular, and people have really stepped up in awareness, you know, and recently. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share, man. There's so many insights on that book. I have to revisit it. But I just remember it really changing my life and making life a lot easier. I felt like I was in a deep depression before I read that book. And like I said, it was the faucet turning off. When you're in a depression, you're thinking negative thoughts a lot. And they're just wearing you down. And so there's no point in being weighed down, so just take those negative thoughts and turn off the faucet. I've been there. I was seeing a counselor in college for depression. And meditation really was such a freeing experience, because, yeah, it was when you don't have to have all these dark, negative thoughts. You can just free your mind for I was meditating for at least 20 minutes a day. For at least 20 minutes a day, you can be free. You can have a sense of freedom, and that sense of freedom will expand and permeate throughout your life. And it's a beautiful thing once you really understand the benefits of meditation. And you can only understand the benefits of meditation by meditating and being present in the moment and taking some time out to relax and calm down. So that's all I got to share. I will see you tomorrow